My son thought my husband was on drugs when he beat him. Just to get it out of the way, we filed a report against my husband when it happened, and now Hess in jail. It's been over a year since then. My son is 19 now, 18 then, so there wasn't any legal issues regarding who would have him when I divorced him. Yes, you can divorce somebody in jail, and that's all I care about. Even though it's over, the whole situation still haunts me. It keeps me up at night sometimes, and I've had to go on some medication to help myself deal with the trauma I have from it. It all happened so fast. I was arguing with him over a work trip I was going on, and he started yelling in my face and pushing me. My husband was always like that to me, but whenever my son was around he would become a whole different person. My son loved him, he was his idol, like his inspiration. I guess not this time because my son was in the house and he still went at me. When my son saw us he was just confused. He still has a hard time explaining what was going through his mind at the time, but when he saw us he just reacted like nothing was happening. No urgency, he just asked what my husband was doing. When he started yelling at my son started asking what he did wrong. My husband then threw me on the ground and he began to grab a hold of my son. I understand that we as people have a freeze reaction, but I had to watch on the floor frozen as my son tried to get my husband off of him while yelling for help, but not for him but for my husband. He thought he was on a substance, because to him my husband was a saint. He had to watch himself get beat up by his dad. That evening when my husband was asleep we left to my sister's house and we contacted the police. He was then arrested. To say it again, it's been past a year since this has all happened. Most of the legal stuff is out of the way now, but we're still coping from it all, especially my son. I've been trying to get him in therapy, and has been doing better. His girlfriend has also really been an angel for us as well. I'd how we'd get through this all without her. But I just hope he can handle it all, especially with his university and sports and his future. I wish this all never happened. But the fact that somebody today told me to simply get over it today is just appalling. I was close to her too, and she just broke all the trust we had. She wants me to forget my son being freaking manipulated for his whole life, to the point where he wanted to help his abuser, not his dad, his abuser, get help while he was being fricked butthalted. No, I won't. For as long as I live, I hope he burns in heck for what he did. I don't care if he gets better, you can't go back from beating your own child.